First up, the 1982 Washington quarter minted in Philadelphia as part of the long-running United States quarter dollar series that honors George Washington. This coin belongs to the classic design created by John Flanagan, which was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate Washington's 200th birthday. The 1982 issue continued the same historic design that had already been used for decades in everyday circulation across the United States. Millions of these quarters were produced for daily transactions, and many of them circulated heavily for many years. Because of this long circulation life, it is very common to find examples that are extremely worn, dark in color, scratched, or damaged. The Philadelphia Mint version normally carries a P mint mark on the front side of the coin. In some coins, however, collectors notice that the mint mark looks faint, damaged, or completely missing. When someone sees a coin where the mint mark appears removed, there are several possible explanations. The most common reason is extreme wear. Over decades of circulation, the surface of the coin constantly rubs against other coins, machines, and hands. This friction slowly smooths the highest parts of the design. Because the mint mark is very small, it is often one of the first details to fade away. As a result, a heavily circulated coin can look like it has no mint mark at all. Another possible reason for a missing mint mark is intentional alteration. Sometimes people try to scratch, polish, or grind the mint mark away because they believe it might create a rare error coin. In reality, removing a mint mark after the coin leaves the mint does not make the coin rare. Instead, it is considered damage or alteration, which actually reduces the coin's value for collectors. Genuine mint errors occur during the minting process itself, not after the coin enters circulation. The 1982 Washington quarter is made from a copper-nickel-clad composition. The outer layers consist of 75% copper and 25% nickel, while the inside core is almost entirely copper. This layered metal structure gives the coin a silver-colored appearance when it is new. The coin has a diameter of approximately 24.3 millimeters, a weight of about 5.67 grams, and a reeded edge with many small grooves around the rim. These grooves were historically used to prevent precious metal coins from being shaved or clipped. When a coin becomes black or very dark in color, it usually means the surface has undergone chemical changes over time. Coins that remain in circulation for decades are exposed to sweat, dirt, moisture, oils from human hands, and environmental chemicals. The copper in the coin's core can react with oxygen and other substances, producing darker tones such as brown, gray, or even black. This process is called oxidation or environmental toning. While some natural toning can be attractive to collectors, very dark or uneven toning, especially when caused by damage, usually lowers the coin's collectible value. In extremely poor condition, the 1982 quarter may show flattened details, deep scratches, corrosion marks, and discoloration. The portrait of George Washington may appear faint, with the hair details almost completely worn away. The word Liberty at the top of the coin might be partially missing, and the motto "In God We Trust" may be difficult to read. The date 1982 at the bottom can also become weak or worn after decades of circulation. On the reverse side, the coin features the classic heraldic eagle design that was used on Washington quarters until the late 1990s. The eagle stands with its wings spread wide, holding arrows that symbolize readiness to defend the nation. Olive branches surround the arrows, representing peace. Above the eagle are the words United States of America, and below appears the denomination quarter dollar. The motto E pluribus unum is placed above the eagle's head. When a coin is extremely worn, these details may be partially or almost completely smooth. Coins are graded according to their condition on a scale from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70. A coin described as very very bad condition usually falls into the lowest grades, such as poor P1 or fair FR2. In these grades, most of the fine details are gone, and only the basic outline of the design remains visible. The coin may also show damage, stains, or corrosion. Because of this heavy wear, collectors generally consider such coins to be common circulation pieces. From a value perspective, a 1982 P Washington quarter in extremely poor condition typically has a value close to its face value of 25 cents. Millions of these coins were minted, and heavily worn examples are still common in circulation and coin rolls. Unless the coin has a verified and documented mint error, it is unlikely to be worth more than its normal spending value. However, even a damaged coin can still be interesting from a historical perspective. Every coin in circulation passes through countless hands, machines, and businesses. A quarter minted in 1982 may have been used in stores, vending machines, parking meters, or banks for many years. Each scratch, stain, or worn area tells part of the story of its journey through everyday economic activity. For collectors who are interested in learning more about their coins, it is useful to examine them with a magnifying glass or coin microscope. Sometimes small details, such as die cracks, doubled letters, or unusual strike patterns, can reveal interesting minting characteristics. If a coin seems unusual, it can also be evaluated by a professional coin dealer or grading company for confirmation. In summary, a 1982 Washington quarter from Philadelphia with a removed or worn mint mark, black coloration, and extremely poor condition is usually the result of long circulation and environmental damage rather than a rare mint error. While it may not have high monetary value, it still represents a piece of American coinage history and the enduring design honoring George Washington that has been recognized for generations. Please like and subscribe to my channel.